Now I want to speak on two situations that are very troubling and very indicative of where we are in America. You know, Tyre Nichols. Tyre Nichols was a young black man who was beaten down by 5 officers, black officers, and the trial happened, and 3 of them were acquitted. And it's shameful. You know, we watched the video. I'm gonna let you watch that video right here.
Damn, I didn't do anything. Hey, I didn't hurt you. Ass ground. All right. On the ground. You don't do that, okay? Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Okay. Tase your ass. Tase. All right, I'm on the ground. Lay down. Chest up. Please tase on the ground. I think to tase you. Get on the ground. Lay down. 1. Now, I'm tasing. All right, okay. All right. Break your shit. Okay, dude, damn. Put your hands on your back. Bitch, put your hands on your back. Okay, stop. I'm gonna knock your ass. Hey, you guys are really doing a lot right now. Bro, lay down. I'm just trying to go home. Lay down. Man, if you don't lay down. I am on the ground. Put your hands on your stomach. I got you. Okay. Stop. I'm not doing it. Foot pursuit southbound on Ross. Ross and Cascade Lane. Shut the fuck up. See you wipe your hey.
Give me your hand. Give me your hand.
You might get sprayed again.
Hey.
Hey, Mike, give him bro. Watch out.
Give me your hand.
Mom! Hey.
Give me your hands. Give me.
Okay, all right.
Give me your fucking hand. Give me your hand.
All right. Okay. All right. Huh? Hey, Mike, give me your hands, bro.
Give me your hands.
Watch out. Spray your ass again.
Hey, give me your hands, bro.
Watch out.
Spray. Give me your hands, bro.
The fact that anyone associated with that video was found not guilty is an atrocity. It is the grossest miscarriage of justice ever. I don't care what color the officers are, because this is the narrative that they'll put out there, that we only care when white officers kill black people. We only care when white officers beat. No, we don't want any officer. We are against state-sanctioned violence. We are against police brutality. We are against any police officer wearing blue that takes the life of a black man. And in Boycott Black Murder, we are against anybody who takes the life of a black man. So y'all can stop spreading this bullshit narrative that it only matters to us when a white person does something or a white cop kills something. That shit is so false. It is so false. We are anti, and we are boycotting any murder of a black person. Listen to this, so there's clarity. Nobody's no fucking ambulance chaser, and we not justice, none of that shit. We say it anytime. The difference between this case and why it didn't get the same notoriety is because the state was smart enough to immediately charge these officers, and that's because they were black. They immediately charged, before this video even dropped, or as soon as the video dropped, those officers were charged and arrested. So we didn't have to go out there and protest and say, yo, arrest the cops, because they immediately did it. That didn't happen in the other cases that we had to protest against. So I want y'all to just start saying shit that's factual. Stop running around just trying to paint narratives like black people only care when some white people. No, we care when black people kill us too. I had 4 or 5 marches against black on black violence, or community-based violence, or proximity violence and murder. We've done this. We've been doing this work, so do your homework. When this Tyre Nichols case first happened, we were the first people advocating for justice for Tyre Nichols. I work alongside Ben Crump all the time, so immediately when he sent us the information to let us know what's happening, we were advocating for the arrest and prosecution of those officers immediately. So y'all can stop with the false narrative bullshit, because it's becoming tired. It's tired, y'all keep running. But the thing is, if you put some shit on the internet long enough and you say it enough, you start to make it yourself believe it. And you start making the other fucking trolls and ignorant people believe it, because they want bullshit. They want to be able to discredit people that actually do something. The reality is, I've been doing this work for a decade, and I've been on boots on the ground, and I've sacrificed so much doing this work, and you can't discredit me, because the history books is going to say what it is. It's edged in the reality of how much we've been on this front line fighting for our people. So we're going to dispel that bullshit. Please stop it. Take that shit somewhere else with somebody else. Now back to the case. These officers should have never been found out guilty, and the street should be flooded right now. There should be nobody that's not outside protesting against the non-conviction of these officers. Our voices should be heard, and we should make sure that we let them know that we're not standing for this, and we're not okay with this. And that brings me to the second case. Rodney Hinton Jr., 38 years old, lost his son, Ryan, at the hands of police officers. They said he had a gun. They showed the body cam, and it actually never showed any gun. I've seen this body cam. Rodney Hinton Jr. didn't say a word, walked out of the police department. The next day, he fatally ran his car into a sheriff's deputy, allegedly. And the fact that he felt that he had to do that is what ties into this Tyre Nichols situation. The fact that we realize that we can't get justice. Now, mind you, he was not a criminal. He was not a person who was in the street doing negative things. He was a father who watched his son be murdered on camera, and the police try to justify and say that he pulled out a gun. That ties right back in Tyre Nichols, where we actually seen the police officer murder this man in cold blood, beat him as he cried for his mother. We watched that on camera. We watched all of those officers participate in the death and murder of Tyre Nichols. Right? So if you're Rodney Hinton Jr. and you're watching, you've seen that situation. You've seen the numerous situations where cops were let off free, and you feel like the system is not working for you. This is what happens. I am in no way sanctioning it, advocating for, or justify. I just want you to understand the reality of what we are dealing with. When the state and the government fails to give us justice and equity, the mind state of any father is to protect his cubs, is to protect his children. He probably has seen this over and over and said, man, if something ever happened to my kids, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm not letting them just take my kids. Like many fathers around this world say every day, I'm not letting you take my kids. You're gonna have to kill me, I'm gonna lose my life, whatever, but I'm not just letting you take my babies. A man is gonna die for his children. He's gonna die for his offspring. Women are going to die for their offspring. Nobody is going to just let you justify taking their babies and just go along as business as usual. That's not what's going to happen. When you have a Tyre Nichols situation where the police have not found guilty of murder that everybody see them commit, it creates a Rodney Hinton Jr. I want you to understand, when you have a Tyre Nichols case where the world watched this man be beat and killed by police officers, it creates a Rodney Hinton Jr. situation. I watched that man in the courtroom, surrounded by 30 and 40 police officers, put his head up high. And look at them. The level of pain the level of mental anguish, right? You've pushed these people to a limit that they didn't even know they had. But the mind state of that man is, I don't give a fuck what you do to me. You took my kid, and whatever happens from there, I feel justified in that. This is where we at. This is what happens when the state and the government fails to take care of our people. When they tell us that black lives don't matter, they tell us our babies don't matter. You push a man to this limit of insanity. This is a level of insanity that you made a decision that you are going to sacrifice your life. You brought out something in a person who never had that. This is not a criminal. This is an average dad that watched his son executed on camera. When you have a Tyre Nichols, it creates a Rodney Hinton Jr. There's so many men in this world that's gonna die for their cubs, America. You gotta do what's right. You have to hold people accountable. If you do not hold these officers accountable for taking the offspring of a man and a woman, then you cannot judge or be angry when the father and the mother say to themselves, I'm going to hold someone accountable. Someone has to be held accountable. And they made a decision that they're willing to sacrifice their life. As that man walked through that courtroom looking at those officers surrounded with no fear in his eyes, it hurt me knowing that they pushed that man to that level. They pushed that man to that level. It hurt me knowing that they pushed a man to where he sacrificed his life for his kid, and he had to do it because this government in America does not value his son's life.
Whoopie-dee scoop whoop.